Alright, my name's Justin and I'm going to be showing you how to install this powered subwoofer. It's a Rockville 10-inch 800 watt amp. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to get the power. We're going to bring the power cord all the way to the front of the battery, and then we can just use any bolt for the ground just right near where I'm going to put it. I'm going to install it under the passenger seat. And then since I'm using my stock head unit, I'm going to just use the high input. So I'm going to connect to this back speakers, and then I'll just connect to the back left, positive and negative, and then back right, positive and negative, and then I'll just plug it into right here. And so then I'll just plug in my connector for the adjusting the bass, and that's pretty easy. And then you always want to, right before you turn it on, you want to turn all of these values down to the minimum, so you're not just going to blow your speaker or anything like that, or so you just want to be safe that way. And then they also have a function for auto turn on and a phase shift. And the phase shift is just kind of, it depends on where your amp is and your subwoofer. So if it's in the back, it's going to take a little bit longer for the noise to get from you to the car as if it was under the passenger seat like mine is. So it kind of depends. So whichever way it is, just flip it. You'll have to listen to it for that. And then we also have a 25 amp fuse on the powered sub. And then it came with the connectors and cords and everything. So the fuse is already there, and I'm just gonna unroll it, and then I'm gonna fish it really well all the way up to the front battery. And I'm gonna use these connectors. I'm just gonna cut these off, and I'm gonna use these to splice onto my rear speakers. And then I'll just use it came with a cord, so I'm gonna connect this cord to the powered sub, and then also this is the adjustable base, so you can have it either min, max, or whatever you want. I'm going to install this. I'm going to try to install this really nicely in the dash, but if it doesn't fit, I'll just have to put it right next to my seat so I can twist it. So here's the Rockville 10-inch power sub. I'm trying to install it underneath my passenger seat just so it's closer and it doesn't take up space in my trunk. So luckily it does fit perfectly. When I slide it under there, it fits about perfect, and since it is far forward, it does kind of look like it's sticking out. But I do have 12-inch, size 12 feet, and my feet do fit on it fine. What I am gonna do is put this sideways so the wires aren't sticking out backwards. Alright everyone, I've been working on my install. I have to connect the power to it, and I've been looking for a spot back here for getting it through the firewall, and it's been very difficult. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Let me bring it over here. It's right on the back of the engine bay. Really tight spot to get to. I had to get my air filter out in order to get it all the way over there. So then it comes out and around, and then I'm just going to connect it straight to my battery. So from underneath the steering wheel, you're going to see that it comes straight out of that cord right there, just from the top of it, and then I'm gonna fish it all the way down. I saw other tutorials and you had to take out this whole fender well and take it out and wire it all the way up and then go through here, and it looked like a big mess. So I was trying to look for another alternative, which definitely worked out, because also that edge isn't sharp, so it's not gonna cut into my wire over time, which is a really good thing. So now that I got the power, I want to connect my speakers so I can get my high input into the amp, so the amp will know when to signal the bass. I'll show you that next. For the wiring, you want to connect the yellow as the positive and the brown as the negative. And same thing for the passenger side, you want to connect the orange as the negative and the blue as the positive, and then just connect it and crimp it to the high frequency speaker connector that Rockville gives you and just plug it right in.